guys, it's Matt Miller with American Wire, and take a look at what happens when famous boxing promoter Don King has a slip of the tongue at a Trump rally during his speech and uses the N-word. Nobody saw this coming. Check it out right here.
America needs Donald Trump. We need Donald Trump, especially black people. Because you got to understand, my black brothers and sisters, they told me, you got to try to emulate and imitate the white man, and then you can be successful. So we tried that. So you say, if you can get some money, you can do this here. I told Michael Jackson, I said, if you're poor, you are a poor Negro. I would use the N-word. But if you're rich, you are a rich Negro. If you are intelligent, intellectual, you're an intellectual Negro. If you are dancing and sliding and gliding, Negro. You are dancing and sliding and gliding, Negro. So dare not alienate, because you cannot assimilate. So, you're going to be a Negro till you die. And I'm honored and privileged, dedicated to the commitment of the principles of this great nation, to introduce to you the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. For the people. Not for him so much as the people, but he's the leader that will lead us to the promised land. Let's get rid of this system, and he's the man to do it.
There's only one Don King. Only one Don.
So I don't know about you guys, but I thought this was hilarious, this funny moment here when Don King slips and uses the N-word during Trump's rally. And I thought it was great. Don King was able to do this endorsement for him, and it was a good event. But I think it's important to point out here how so many black Americans are embracing Donald Trump and why they're doing so. For decades and decades, the Democrat Party has made empty promises to the black community, to the Hispanic community, and other minority communities in the U.S., and they're finally waking up to the fact that the Democrats are in it for themselves. It's mostly white liberal elites in Washington, D.C. that are lining their pockets and making big bucks and getting into positions of power off of empty promises to help people in poverty and people in these communities get ahead. And it's just not panning out. And it's finally in the spotlight. Now, Donald Trump has called for black Americans, Hispanic Americans to mix things up. And he famously said, what do you have to lose if you vote for me? What do you have to lose? You've been voting one way so long and you haven't gotten the results that you're looking for. So why don't you try a change? I think this is a very strong point, and we saw black and brown communities flourish under the Trump administration because the Trump administration was focused on fixing the American economy and making sure that American taxpayers didn't continue to get screwed in geopolitical situations and commerce. We're not getting screwed by China, and how American manufacturing is being offshored, and how illegal immigrants are coming into this country and being used for cheap labor and taking jobs from American citizens. So Trump was focused on the economy, and a good economy affects everybody. A good economy uplifts people in poverty. It helps business owners. It helps people start businesses, entrepreneurs, and provide jobs to their community. And really, there's no better way to help minority communities than to make a strong economy. And Trump is a businessman. Who do you want in charge of the economy? A guy who turned his dad's relatively small real estate business into a massive global empire and knows the ins and outs of how to make a good deal, how to run a business, how to balance a budget? Or do you want somebody who's a career politician like Joe Biden or Barack Obama, who has probably never even really had a real job in their life? They went to an Ivy League school, they came out, they were groomed for these top elite positions, and they don't know how the world really works, and they especially don't know how money and business works. But that is the point that I would say is the strongest angle for Trump when communicating to minority communities, and especially the black community. A strong economy is the best way to help the black community. And tapering down on regulations, taxes, doing away with things that are indirectly hurting black and brown business owners, like high minimum wages and things that just make it more costly to start and run businesses in up and coming communities, developing communities. All these things are very detrimental, and this is what the Democrats are pushing. They think that this helps. They think that it's as simple as force business owners to pay people more money, and then everything will be better. And they don't look downstream at all as to how that affects employment and how that affects the economy. And it's because it sounds good, it's easy to sell, but nobody wants to look at the effects of it later on. Some woke, utopian, socialist lip service is not what the black and brown communities need in America. We need a businessman. We need somebody who gets how money works. And we need somebody who's also a trigger puller, somebody who's not afraid to put their foot down and get a good deal for America. Make sure we're not getting screwed in how much we're contributing to things like NATO and how much we're contributing to these foreign trade deals. They're costing us so much money and we're getting screwed and the world's laughing at us. Donald Trump has said that he's not going to stand for that, and he's taken action to make sure that America gets a good deal on the world stage. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the video in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.